The National Football League on EA Sports.
We couldn't ask for more perfect weather here today. And we're off from MetLife. Here comes Williams on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So out come the Giants, their first drive of the game coming up. And leading them out, someone playing at a high level over a decade after entering the league. He's got a Super Bowl to his name. It's Russell Wilson.
Kate, Russell Wilson's one of the NFL's most experienced quarterbacks. He's also one of the winningest quarterbacks, even with a couple bumps in the road in Denver. Remember, over that decade in Seattle with Pete Carroll and the Legion of Boom, there wasn't a quarterback that won more games in the history of the league over the first 10 years. 9 times to the Pro Bowl as well. Put a supporting cast around him, give him a run game and a defense, and Russell Wilson still knows very well how to play this game. It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Short side option here. He's running left. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. That's the rookie from Texas A&M who took him down.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down. Here's Tracy once more. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Packers putting 6 defensive backs out there defending pass on this third down. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him, calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Opening drive going according to plan. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. It's an option left. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
A give to Tracy up the middle. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Brought down by Quay Walker. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be 3rd down.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Wilson to throw on 3rd and 2. Gets this to Johnson. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Pick up a 5 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know what that felt like to me, Kate? That felt like a little bit of overthinking, where he was just waiting for the perfect lane and the breakaway run. But against defenses in this league, you hesitate, you get tackled for a loss.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. From the gun, it's Tracy. And he's going to take this down inside the 25 before being stopped. It's a gain of 4, and they're going to need twice that now on 3rd and 8.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. That's caught for the first. And this is down all the way to the 3. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And he's got it. Had to lay out for it, but touchdown. The Giants finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Gano ready to send this away. Jaden Reed to return this. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So now it's the Packers getting out on offense for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
It took Jordan Love a little while for him to get his chance to start in the NFL. He had to watch Aaron Rodgers for a number of years, but guess what? Aaron had to watch Brett, and it paid huge dividends. And it sure looks like Jordan Love, to start his career, is doing the same. He didn't just watch Aaron Rodgers. He worked on his game. He developed his game over 3 years. And when he got his chance, he sure looked like a young star at the position.
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Love from the gun. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. Neither side separating much so far. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And it's going to be 2nd down.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. And it's picked out by the Giants.
Hey, I get it, Kate. 3rd down, you're doing all you can to try to stay on the field. But unfortunately, poor ball security loosens his hold on it, and the defense knocks it free. Instead of facing 4th down, even better, that defense is off the field completely.
The Giants and Russell Wilson headed back to the field now. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Wilson on 1st and 10. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Wilson on 3rd down. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. Packers pick it up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Well, you can just see the QB scanning, can't you? He's moving, he's looking downfield, but everything covered up on the back end. That 2nd and 3rd level defenders did their job, and what did it do? Well, it freed that pass rush up to strip the ball away from the QB.
The Green Bay offense returning to the field for their 2nd possession. And I'm sure they all got a stern lecture on ball security between possessions after they fumbled it away on their last series. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Javon Holland there to make the stop.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They stick with Jacobs. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
I think this is the part where they run away, Kate. As in run away from that monster. He's just too strong a presence to try to block them inside, and that time, it cost him some yards.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Love out of the shotgun. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Going run again with Jacobs. Room to run inside the 20. It's a gain of 22. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Up to the line, and they're set. First and 10. From the red zone now. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers start to fight back with their first points of this game. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Brandon McManus on for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers tie this game 7-7. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Here comes Williams on the return. Return's looking good so far. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. The Giants offense all set to get started. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up first and 10. Wilson now from the gun. Connects with Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
First down, here's Russ. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Giants will have a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still first down.
So they should be a little prompter in snapping this, you'd hope, Brock, after that delay of game. Running it after the penalty. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Here we go, second and very long. Connecting on the slant. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Giants hoping to take a lead going into the break. To the air, 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Packer. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. They're now set for 1st and 10. Russ looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Throwing again is Russ. He finds Johnson. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
3rd and just 2 to go. From the gun, it's Wilson. Buys time, rolling right. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Timeout taken by the defense, their 2nd. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Graham Gano and the Giants field goal unit out. Ball on the right hash for this 36-yard look. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Gano ready to send this away. It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Packers are headed back to the field, so we'll get a look at Romeo Dobbs. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Love. That's reeled in by Jaden Reed. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
The Packers trying to hurry to the line. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That's Bobby Okereke. And the Giants return the interception almost to midfield before the tackle's made. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
What you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
Now here comes the New York offense. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Russ now from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Wilson. Short pass brought in. And as this play winds up out of bounds, let's see what that flag is all about. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Throwing on second and real long here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody.
Yeah.
And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Shotgun snap for Wilson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Russ setting to throw. Gets this to Johnson. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And the Packers at a 50B out there for this third down play. Russ is going to cook here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Looking for Malik Neighbors that time. And that brings up fourth and short. Well, I know some old school coaches, maybe some former NFL quarterbacks who would have this guy running stairs after that drop, partner. Hit or no hit. That was a catch there that would have meant a first down.
Yeah, that's why that's old school, okay, Kate? The new school coaches and quarterbacks know how hard it is in this league with the contact. How valuable those contested catches are. Credit the defense for making the play on that one. Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Gano ready to send this away. Nixon now to return it. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Packers getting one final drive before the half. And they'll need to be judicious in using that final timeout, Brock, but they still could put a scoring drive together before the break. A nice starting spot for the Packers this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Timeout taken by the Packers. Their third and final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. To the air with Love. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
So fourth down, here comes Daniel Whelan to send it flying for the Packers. He's got it at the 24. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And they'll only have time for one play before halftime. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. He'll throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. That's going to bring us to the end of this first half of football with the Giants going on a bit of a speed run, it seems. We are flying past halftime and going right to the start of the third quarter. Gano ready to send this away. Nixon now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out comes Green Bay. They have the first series of this second half. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Love from the gun. Quick slant taken in by Dobbs. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Play fake, it's Love. That's incomplete left side. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. So it's going to be third and short coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Turning to Jacobs on third. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
First and 10 from the 41. Jacobs gets it on the draw. This is ahead for about 5. Brought down by Paulson Adebo. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up second and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Here's second and 5. Left side into the hands of Dobbs. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
On first and 10, here's Love. That'll be complete to Jacobs. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Brian Burns coming up with the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Love out of the shotgun. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that first down. They've got a man in motion. They'll run here, following the penalty. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Brian Burns coming up with the stop. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of reaction time you want when you face a draw play. They broke on it shortly after the draw started, and they contained it to a minimal gain.
From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. It's a gain of 6, and they only need half of that now on 3rd and 3.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Love on 3rd and short. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Love now to throw. Bails out of the... This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with a quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
Second and goal coming up from the 7. Love has it in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers throw 6 points onto their score. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
McManus on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And they'll take the lead. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Here comes Williams on the return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They find themselves trailing after the opening drive touchdown, and Heck, it really set up to be an entertaining second half if they're able to answer here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Wilson now from the gun. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Not an open passing lane to be found anywhere. He took what he thought was the best one available, and they still managed to tip the ball away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing again is Russ. Gets this to Slayton. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. So now here's 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Wilson. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. It was there, he just couldn't corral it. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Packers will take over possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. Escapes the sack. This one taken in by Kraft. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Dexter Lawrence on the tackle.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. The Packers with it. They have the lead late, but this game is close. So now here's 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Love. This is Reed working the right side. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Here's Love. Watson with the catch. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Loves to throw again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. This finds Dobbs. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And this one doesn't go far. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. Throwing Love. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They're set up at the 35 now. On the option, it's Jacobs. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Handoff running right, Jacobs. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
5 men in the secondary for the G-men now, ahead of 3rd down. Looking to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Looking to throw. Oh no, the ball is loose. And it's recovered by the offense, but Brock gets 4th down. We know only the fumbler can advance it, so this is still going to be a turnover on downs. So here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Russ now from the gun. Got a man. Robinson has it. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 38. Throwing the out route complete. He picks up 15 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And the Giants will have a 1st down. Russ is cooking again. And he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants have taken the lead late. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
So now a big moment for the Giants as they line up for two. Back to throw. And he has it inside the end zone. That's going to add 2 to their lead here late. Well, Brock, the run's certainly an option as they lined up for 2. But as an offense, what are you looking for when you decide to throw it instead?
Well, you've spent all week working on these plays, and usually you have 2 or 3 that you like. That run game, you're right, you can run it. But there's so much more space with creativity in the passing game. And good offenses, elite offenses, they find a way not just to practice it, but to execute it when it matters.
Gano ready to send this away. Nixon now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Out now runs the Packer offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw it. Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
To throw. Complete on the slant to Watson. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The Packers trying to hurry to the line. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
The Packers trying to hurry to the line. Setting up to pass. Escapes up, and they got there in time. He's taken down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
He's on the move. Now here he goes. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, it's still a win for this defense.
The Packers trying to hurry to the line. Throwing now. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. They need just the right call here on 4th down. Here he is to throw. That's to the sideline, and it's a catch by Watson. And he's out of bounds. That is not going to be enough. He made a bid for it, but he was a couple yards short. That's a turnover. And they do not get a desperately needed 1st down. He doesn't make it, and they still trail after the turnover on downs. Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on 1st down. Down to a knee, and we're going to see if that defense chooses to expend one of its final 2 timeouts. So they're going to go ahead and call a timeout here. Only 3 seconds left in the game. Back into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee and let this clock run out. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down. So here at MetLife, it's the G-Men who come away with the win. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
D, all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now, and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.